And welcome back to Jeff Koinange Live right here at Citizen Television. We're going to go straight to our very outspoken guests, Nyeri Town Member of Parliament Ngunjiri Wambugu and Nandi County Senator Samson Cherargei. Both of them talking about Jubilee, the way forward. Senator, let me start with you, if I will. It seems like there's a purge inside Jubilee. Former Majority Leader Kipchumba Murkomen gone. Former Majority Whip Susan Kihika gone. And there may be more coming. Did it surprise you, sir?
Of course, it did not come as a surprise at all. These issues have been, the Jubilee as a party, there have been so many issues that we have needed to iron. But unfortunately, we didn't expect, of course, that its own party would start quads in eating its own children in the name of Senate Majority Leader Kipchumba Murkomen and Senate Majority Whip Senator Susan Kiga. So for us who are in Jubilee is that we wanted everything. And you know, even if changes was to be done, our main concern as always, we follow the law, we follow the procedure, we follow Jubilee Constitution, we follow Senate Standing Orders number 19 and 20, and we follow the Constitution of Kenya. That is what we have been saying, because changes will always come, but we want to build a party where impunity is not the order of the day.
Okay, Senator, tell me real quick, are we seeing the end of Jubilee as a party? Are we seeing, is this the public divorce that we are witnessing here?
What I can say, Jeff, is that a few individuals here and there within Jubilee are hell-bent to wreck Jubilees, because they have already formed alternative parties and therefore they want to wreck Jubilee. They want to take us back. Jeff, briefly, is that Jubilee, when it was founded as a national party that was meant to unite the country, that was meant to capture aspirations of Kenyans. What few individuals within the party want to do is to take us back to ethnic or political or any kind of political patronage parties where we have moved away as a country.
You still didn't answer the question. Is this a public divorce? Is it over?
No, there is no. What is over, Jeff? Because as far as I know, the Jubilee is still there. It's intact. Members are still there. 8 million plus members of Parliament. We still pay subscription fee to the party. The party is funded by public money. That the Constitution designed that all political parties must be funded through the exchequer's money and through the taxpayers' money. So Jubilee is a political entity. It does not belong to few individuals or few cabals who want to ensure that they run it like a kiosk. So Jubilee is still intact. We are facing challenges here and there from individuals who are hell-bent in ensuring that they wreck the party, because they want to take us to tribal, ethnic, and regional parties. Okay,
let me go to Mheshimiwa Ngunjiri Wambugu, Nyeri Town Member of Parliament. Mheshimiwa, you coined the phrase Kimeeleweka. Kimeeleweka.
Yes. I think Jeff Kimeeleweka, because when we coined this phrase, in fact, I was just remembering, it was like a year and a half, we were on Citizen actually with Cherargei, and I was just trying to advise them and telling them, look, this country is run by one person, the president. I know I have had that conversation that, you know, Jubilee is a political party funded by public money. So is the presidency. It's something that is funded by public money. But it is one person at a time. And what we are seeing is house cleaning, Jeff. What the president is doing is actually cleaning his house. He is a party leader of Jubilee. Jubilee has to align everything he does to his agenda. We cannot have leaders who call themselves leaders within the political party who are undermining the president. We have seen on many occasions Kipchumba Murkomen, for example, taking positions that are completely different from those of the party leader. And it is his right, but not when he is a majority leader of the party. And what happened this week was a long time coming. I personally think the president is a very, very, very tolerant man. He has been provoked, he has been challenged, he has been insulted over and over again by people who are in his own party. We have had people talking about they have numbers, and you keep wanting to ask, you have numbers to do what? Every number that exists in Jubilee Party belongs to Uhuru Kenyatta. So when you're saying you have numbers against what? So what we saw this week was house cleaning, and I don't think the president is done. I think he's got quite a bit more to do in coming days.
Okay, you mentioned those numbers, and the DP side has consistently said they do have the numbers in the National Assembly. They do have the numbers in the Senate. Now, these coalitions that you've been seeing the last 48, 72 hours, KANU, Mashinani, Wiper, could this be part of that movement to gain those so-called numbers or the edge on the numbers?
Jeff, let's be honest here. When you claim, for example, I'm a member of parliament and I have assistants. I have people who work for me in the constituency, I have people who work for me in parliament. If one of my assistants started saying he has numbers, and the numbers he's talking about are numbers that come from my organization or from my political structure, what will we be talking about? So I have had some of our colleagues from Jubilee saying that they have numbers. I know we have numbers. We are the largest political party in parliament. We are the largest political party in the country. So of course we have numbers. The perception that these numbers can be used against a president is what I completely disagree with, because there has been this presentation that the numbers that exist within a certain section of Jubilee can be used against the president. We have seen in the last couple of days, we saw when Senate made the decision, we had been threatened and told that the numbers would not be there, and we saw the numbers. The coalitions that we are seeing, KANU has been in a coalition with Jubilee right from the beginning. The handshake got a working arrangement with ODM. The president has been very categorical. Elections ended in 2017. For the next 4 years, all he wants to do is bring every single Kenyan together. And Jeff, it is important for Kenyans to understand, elections are supposed to be a one-day event. After the event is finished, we are all supposed to come back together. In Nyeri, my competitors are not going around campaigning and trying to put me down as they look forward to 2022. We are all working together. It is very unfortunate that some of my colleagues decided that immediately the campaigns were over, they were going to start another campaign. And that is what the president has been upset about. And I think the decisions he has taken are accurate. I mean, he needed to bring discipline into Jubilee, and that's exactly what we are seeing.
Okay, Senator, let me ask you this. Say, coming on the heels of what Mheshimiwa just said, did the Deputy President break the cardinal rule of the 48 rules of power, namely, never outshine your boss?
Thank you, Jeff. Maybe before I answer that question, I want to clarify that I have seen my colleague, my brother, MP Ngunjiri Wambugu saying Senator Kipchumba Murkomen disrespected the president. I want him or anybody who has such to prove the contrary. I want to confirm Senator Kipchumba Murkomen and Senator Susan Kiiga being their House leaders, there is no government agenda that has ever failed on the floor of the Senate. All government business have been passed. So let us be factual. Maybe because he sits in the National Assembly, he is not aware of what is happening in the Senate. To your question on 48 laws of power by Robert Greene, on one of the laws that never outshine your master, I don't think that is factual, because under the Constitution, the president and the deputy were elected on a joint ticket. The deputy president was the principal assistant. And you remember on different occasions since 2013, the deputy president doing the work as a principal assistant as provided by the Constitution has always assisted the president in many occasions. And even this one is on record that in many functions and meetings, anything that the deputy president has always done is with the permission, is with the directives from the president. So when you say never outshine the master, I don't find anything that is that ties up to that, unless we are living in a different country, because the deputy president has always insisted, even in his speech, and I know you can always invite him because he's good in media shows, he will always be able to state the position. He has always been insisted that we should respect the president. He has always insisted that the government of President Uhuru Kenyatta, and I think there is no much more further from the truth. And therefore, the deputy president has been serving religiously and with a lot of commitment and zeal as the principal assistant of the president, and also as the deputy party leader of Jubilee.
Okay, let me ask you another direct question. Do you feel betrayed, and do you regret winding up URP?
No, we don't. There is no one. I don't, as a leader and a member of Jubilee Party, I don't have even an iota of regret on winding up of 10 other parties, including URP. the basis of Jubilee and the foundation of Jubilee was to come up with a party with a national outlook, the party that was devoid of negative ethnicity, the party that was devoid of regional issues, that were like myself or Ngunjiri Wambugu or even the Oromo or the Pokomo can run in Jubilee and become the president of this country. That is the vision that we had as Jubilee. We didn't want to have a party where impunity would reign. We didn't want a party where it was just tribal-based party or individual-based party. We wanted a party that respects the rule of law, that brings Kenya together. Therefore, there is no regret, Jeff, I can confirm to you, on myself or anyone else, that in the formation of Jubilee, Jubilee as a party is the party that we have a vision that will go into the future, regardless of who is the party leader or deputy party leader, or who is the senator in Jubilee, or who is a member of National Assembly. And therefore, that is why for the last 3 years, Jeff, we have been calling for parliamentary group meeting. And you remember, Jeff, as I conclude that question, even when we went for the first parliamentary group meeting in State House, you heard our party leader say, we will always have regular meetings or parliamentary group meetings where even if you have divergent opinion, at the end of that parliamentary group meeting, we have converged opinion, and even as we move to the parliament. So all these issues, we wanted to build a party where consultative agenda was being built. So on where I sit, I don't have even an iota or regret of winding up of more than 10 parties, including URP.
Okay, Mheshimiwa Ngunjiri, let me ask you this. There are a lot of critics out there saying the system has ganged up to stop Deputy President William Ruto's journey to State House in 2022. What do you say?
First and foremost, it's important for us to remove the Deputy President from this discussion. I'm actually very surprised to hear Senator Cherargei trying to make this whole issue with Kipchumba about the Deputy President. Kipchumba, unless he says he was working under the direction of the Deputy President, was relieved of his duties as Majority Leader based on his own actions. It was not something that he did on behalf of the Deputy President that made him get relieved of his job. And even yesterday, when he was giving what has been called his farewell speech as Majority Leader, he actually still tried to insinuate that the President was lying to Senate. We have seen Kipchumba fight against, for example, the lifestyle audit. We have seen him take a very strong position against the fight against corruption, including on the Kimeeleweka and Arrow Dam. He has taken very many positions that are actually contrary to what the party leader has been taking. This has absolutely nothing to do with the deputy party leader. In fact, I want to assume, because he keeps telling us that he is in constant communication with the president, that he actually knew about these particular changes. And we haven't had him complaining. We haven't had him at any place saying that he is not comfortable with the change over from Kipchumba to Pogisio. We have not had him complaining about the coalition with KANU. We have not had him. I don't know why Cherargei is purporting to speak on behalf of the deputy party leader. And he himself said that the deputy party leader is very good at communicating for himself.
Mheshimiwa, real quick.
I think it is important for us to distinguish.
Okay, real quick. You said we haven't heard from him.
I think it's important for us to distinguish the issue.
Go on.
We haven't heard from the deputy president. I do not think the deputy president. I think if the deputy president has a position, he's going to make it clear.
Are you worried that we haven't heard from him?
No, actually, I'm not, because the Jubilee Party is led by the party leader. The party leader is taking decisions. The party leader is implementing what the policies that he wants. The work of the deputy party leader is to assist the party leader. I do not think that we should be worried because we haven't heard from the deputy party leader.
Senator, just answer this question for me before we go to break. Kama ni mbaya. Why are we tiptoeing around this whole thing? We're like dancing. We're playing like musical chairs. Why are we dancing? Kama ni mbaya.
Well, Jeff, what is kama mbaya ni mbaya? Because you know what happens, and I want to say, the Senate Majority Leader, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, he has already said, I have said early enough when we started the show, that what we wanted is that the law should be followed, the proper procedure should be followed. We are not saying kama mbaya ni mbaya, because some of us believe in Jubilee as a party. Most of us believe as we go forward as a country, that we need political parties that are institutions, not individual based. So I know, Jeff, what you are trying to insinuate by saying kama ni mbaya is for some of the decisions to be made that some people are trying to throw the spanner into works. And you can see my brother Ngunjiri Wambugu and some of his colleagues have been trying by all means to ensure that they bring narratives that continue to undermine the Jubilee as a party and its vision, and even the deputy party leader. So from where I see even the patch that was done on the Senate leadership of course, changes will always come. But what we are saying, follow the law. Let us stop this impunity. Let us stop suspending the law. Let us follow what we can see. And you remember, even this, it is not good for government to not follow the law, because you remember Miguna had even 15 court orders. But the executive did not follow the directions of the court. And therefore, I want to say there is nothing that come and buy. We will stay. The Jubilee will still stay strong in despite of this turbulence. And I can assure you, Jubilee will outlive all of us, because it is an institution funded by members and Kenyans at all, and accountability will always a top priority and cardinal point in running the party.
All right, gentlemen, let me take a quick break, come back and talk some more. There's so much more to discuss about Jubilee. A senator from Nandi County says Jubilee will outlive us. Mheshimiwa Ngunjiri, I'll ask you that question when we come back. Gentlemen, stand by. In the meantime, keep tweeting. Questions, comments at Koinange Jeff, at Citizen TV Kenya. The hashtag is JKLive. JKLive takes a quick break. We'll be back with the senator and the Mheshimiwa in a moment.